Hey, it's me. Yeah, that damn guy. Here with another review. Uh, I kind of got turned on to a bunch of Victor Sinclairs. They're made by Jose Dominguez. And, you know, I've got probably 6 or 7 different blends. This one's the Victor Sinclair 55 Imperial. It says 5 countries aged 5 years. It's actually, it's a Pennsylvania broadleaf Maduro. It's actually a quite nice cigar. Now, I have had a couple of these as I've been smoking them, and I'm just getting down to a review. It's really nicely made, actually. Uh, there's not really any soft spots, maybe a few, but not bad. At the price point, if you're looking at like $2 a stick or something, uh, I'll tell you, I'm really sold on them. It's really nice. It's a little rugged, a little veiny, but that's okay. And from what I've seen so far, they burn really well. I know my last review, I didn't uh, toast it very well, and it started burning funny. So we're gonna try not to do that. Let me adjust this just a skosh. There we go. Yeah, and I'm gonna do the flat cut on this. This is long fill, and I'll kind of read to you what this is. It's got the Pennsylvania long Maduro wrap. Uh, it's got the complex recipe of Dominican, Nicaraguan, Panamanian long leaves, a Brazilian binder, and a thick Pennsylvania broadleaf Maduro wrapper. And I really like them. Uh, I have learned to get these acclimated here in Elizabeth, West Virginia, Wirt County, smallest county in the state, and we're right on the river. As you can see, the river's right there. If I don't let these set out, and my last review, I did the same thing sitting in this chair. Uh, I took it out of the cello, fired it up, and started smoking it. As you could see in that one, it was operator error. I did not let it acclimate. I've been letting this one sit out. It's been out for about 10 minutes. So I'm going to do the flat cut. It's got a nice cap on it. I'm doing a lot of flat cuts now, only because the V cut I've got, the Rocky Patel V cut, beautiful, beautiful cutter, but it tends to cut a little deep. I like to kind of dip the cigars. I've got my uh, Evan Williams straight Kentucky bourbon, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. Again, don't cut these, clear down to here. Just barely take the cap off. You just want to pull the, the tippy top of that cap off, maybe a little bit of the binder, and that's it. It's kind of like, I'll show you that. Now, see, there's a little part right there that's still got a little bit of the binder on it. So I just very carefully get it, angle it down there, and I'll snip that off. There you go. That's a good, even cut. You don't want to get past the cap. You definitely don't want to get down here because you're going to have problems. I've seen some people online that, they do the straight cut and they're knocking it down past the wrap, you know, and it's just going to be a problem. Get the tobacco off the computer. Do the cold draw. I'm not going to make this a half-hour deal, so I got to puff through it. Got a little bit of a dark, dark, dark cacao chocolate. I like dark chocolate. It's got a little bit of that, a little bit of barn notes. Just a smidgen. It's like smidgen is like that much. A pepper back in the gullet. Some of the Victor Sinclairs have a lot of pepperback gullet on the cold draw. This one does not have much, and I don't remember my the other cigar that I smoked like this because it's been a while. So let's give it a toasting. Again, it's made really well. You can see it's packed fairly nice. Okay, so toasting a cigar is important. As you saw in my last review, I didn't do that right, and it was bad. So let's toast it. Here, you can watch. Hottie's over here watching me too. He's smiling at me. He's eyeballing me. See there, getting it to where it just gets red all the way around. I kind of let it burn. You get like an eighth of an inch of some blackness right around that. You can see right around there. Let's fire this up. I'd give it a little bit of whirling as I fire it up. And this is just me. I got OCBD. It's obsessive cigar burning disorder. And you'll see where if that continues a little bit, because I'm weird, uh, see it's thin there and thick there. If it continues, I just got to straighten it out. It's just, I'm a little weird. Take a couple of first draws here. Very smooth for the Maduro. And like I said, some other Victor Sinclairs, they were a pepper bomb to begin with. And these things have a lot of change up too. With all the different blends and countries of tobaccos, and these are aged 5 years. They are an excellent cigar. Zero pepper in the gullet, about a half on the retrohale through your nose. Not bad at all. But see, that's kind of bugging me right there. And it gets, but I'm gonna let it go because I'll be here forever just correcting that thing. Okay, so here's how I dip a cigar. Typically, I'll smoke about a third of it, maybe a little bit more than a third as the changes happen. And then I'll put some whiskey on the top. I'll blow it through, let it sit for a minute. But I'm going to do it on this one right away. So, got my Evan Williams straight Kentucky bourbon. It's 100% pure. There's no ice in it or nothing, no water. And I just kind of dip it on there. Give it a good dipping. All right, blow it through. Get get the goobers off of there. You see that? It kind of turns darker. Take another draw. Totally different. I'll do this. I usually take a few more draws and I'll dip it again. But I'm going to do this now. Save you guys time watching me. You're welcome. I'm going to give a shout out to Reinhardt and Billy and Gus. I won't mention their cigar brands or anything. I had the honor of talking to them the other day, and amazing people. Amazing people. Check out the Light 'em Up Lounge with Reinhardt. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your last name, but he's with Merifel Cigars. The guy is a walking encyclopedia. He brings the cigar industry to a higher level with all the guests that he brings on and the things that he talks about. He's a he's a no BS kind of guy, in his questions. He's an impeccable individual. We'll put it that way. I really like the dude. So to Billy and Gus, you guys, I'm gonna grab a couple of your cigars. I'll be doing some reviews. I'll let you know. So I'll blow this through again a little bit. It's just I really like it. I can pick up some notes of the bourbon. A little bit of the oak. Like these don't. This one does not have a real woody taste or barn taste or anything like that at this point. As you can see, even with the crooked toasting that I did, it's evening out fairly well. Nice color ash. The whiter the ash, the better the nutrients in the soil. The darker the ash, the worse the nutrients in the soil. So this tells me that Victor Sinclair is growing good tobacco in good soil. And for their price points, now I'll tell you, you can't beat it. You really can't. I give it two crooked thumbs up because I've smoked a few of these of the other blends. They got the 55 label on several of the blends, also one in a Connecticut. So I'll take a break here. There's the GG by Evan Williams, straight Kentucky bourbon in the Victor St. Clair 55 Imperial. 5 countries, 5 years, baby. Me taking a break. I'll see you then. Hey, I'm back. I'm your host, Bozz. As you can see, I'm into my second third. This is again the Victor St. Clair 55 Imperial. It's a 5 country, aged 5 years. It's Pennsylvania broadleaf Maduro, Brazilian wrap, Nicaraguan. I gotta look again. Dominican and Brazilian wrap, Panamanian, aged 5 years. And it's a Maduro. You just can't go wrong with these. I got to give it boom, boom, two crooked thumbs up all day long. I had to correct it once because I got OCBD, but it's burning great. These always do. And, it pairs really well. Like I said, the Evan Williams straight bourbon whiskey, they're made in brand new charred oak barrels. And the oldest whiskey around 1783, I think. And this pairs great with it, especially as I showed before, as you dip some whiskey or beverage. I would use Scotch whiskey, bourbon, uh, beer, wine, a good Merlot with a Maduro, great pairing. I picked up differently on the cold jaw. Remember, I said it's kind of a cacao, like a dark, dark, dark chocolate. Now, once it's burning, it's kind of like a black coffee. I like my coffee black. Or you know, all those military guys know if you got to pour the coffee, you got to shake the coffee out of the pot. That's a good black cup of coffee. And it's just a dog. Come here. Oh, there's the holy terror. That's raw, raw. Then we got the other one chasing his tail, Duke, my German Shepherd. So I recommend. I don't speak for Kevin Williams or anything, but I like it. It's the price point is amazing, and it is actually a very good straight bourbon. Again, Victor St. Clair, go get you some. The price points are amazing. If they don't carry them in your brick and mortar, ask them to. You know, if they just say, we don't sell enough of them or something like that, there's other avenues to get. That's what I do. If they don't carry them in the brick and mortars, which there isn't a brick and mortar here, a true brick and mortar with a true humidor for probably an hour and a half drive from here. So, I get them through other places. You got to do what you got to do. It's done really well. As you can see, it hasn't split and cracked and fallen apart because I let it acclimate. If you're going to be in a humid environment or a really dry environment, please let them acclimate for a while. I usually, I might get them about halfway out of the cello. Most of the time, I just take them out of the cello, set them in the cigar tray where you dispose of your ashes. Just kind of, I don't put them in the ashes. I put them on the side. Let's not get carried away here. Don't panic. So I just let it acclimate for about 10 minutes or so, sometimes 15. You can see it's burning great. It's a good deal, good price point. Jose Dominguez, you're rocking it on these things. Check him out. He makes a plethora, a cornucopia, may I say, of different blends and different names and stuff like that. Like most good cigar makers, they branch out into different areas. There's a cigar for everybody. They say it's advertised as a medium to medium bold. Let's say it's more of a medium, but I smoked a lot of cigars. Let's do one final Boz pepper scale here and see how it is now into the second third. It's about a two, maybe a two and a quarter. The Boz Retro Ale scale of 0 to 5. 5 being it makes your eyes water and you got to go, get a handkerchief because you're running all over the place. A 0 is just like taking a breath. That's a 2. I like cigars. Like this started out, remember what I said, you know, low. Uh, but now it's definitely, 2, 2.5, somewhere in there. And I kind of like that. I like that change up. And these change up again in the last third. With it's a long leaf, 5 country, 5 years. Go get you some. I highly recommend them. I give them two crooked thumbs up. I'm here in the Appalachia. Uh, it's great. It's a beautiful afternoon, not super humid or anything like that. Got the dogs out. I got my wife super hottie over there having martini. She's just gorgeous. I know. It's weird how some beat up old guys like me can have super gorgeous lives.
Yeah, I'll make my appearance.
Oh, she's gonna make an appearance. And then you get all puffed up.
Howdy.
Oh, yeah. I'm rutting.
I just want to explain to you why I'm not doing these reviews with Boz anymore. Someone that I really dearly love has made a deal with me that they will stay away from hard drugs if I stay away from tobacco. So it was an easy choice for me. I was a closet smoker for 15 years. When Boz came into my life, I started smoking cigars, and now it's all gone. Not to mean that I won't pop in from time to time, just to check in on you, but uh, that's why.
I
So,
respect her for that.
so yeah, that's what's going on in my life.
I need a smooch.
All right.
I'm gonna be getting more of them right after I stop this. Again, Billy Gus, thank you for everything, brothers, and Reinhardt. Check out Light 'em Up Lounge. I think it's every Wednesday. I think it's like 2 in the afternoon Eastern time, and again at 8 or something like that. Check them out. So again, two crooked thumbs up. Victor Sinclair 55 Imperial. I'll be doing some more cigar reviews on the Victor Sinclairs and also another cigar that I'm really digging on. So hope everybody has a good week. Hope you had a good weekend. Be safe. Try to be as kind as you can. Don't be wasting energy on negative stuff. You know, I I do that sometimes, but I try not to. So anyway, and yes, as y'all know, what's coming up next? Say it with me. I'm the hell out of here.